Everyone ready? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ed Tierney. I'm the Chief of Staff. I'm very pleased to welcome you this morning, and we're all very, very excited to kick off another school year in a week. This morning, you'll be hearing from Dr. Fenoy, our Superintendent, Chief Kitzero, our Chief of Police, Ms. Wanda Paul, Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Keith Oswald, Deputy Superintendent, Chief of Schools, Dr. Gonzalo Lacava, Chief of Human Resources, and Ms. Allison Monblo, Director of School Food Service. I'm going to ask that you hold your questions to the end, and at this point, I'm pleased to introduce our Superintendent, Dr. Fenoy.
Well, good morning. Welcome back for the 2019-2020 school year. It's our Super Bowl season here at the district, and everyone has been busy preparing for the students to return on Monday. Our back-to-school theme this year is Ready, Set, Goals. And we are asking students and staff to set goals to make this year successful. That means moving the needle further towards achieving the goals of our 5-year strategic plan. I'd like to play a quick video to get you all as excited as we are here in the district.
My goal is to get good grades.
My goal is to make the Olympic Kites varsity team.
My goal is to get an A in math. To get high scores in iReady.
My current goal is to further my education in school and one day be a lawyer.
I want to learn about astronauts in space. I want to be an artist.
I love robotics, and the next UX robotics competition my school participates in, I'd like to place highly in.
It's all about brain power. I would like to get good grades this school year so I can become a surgeon in my future.
I really hope to be able to just expand my communication skills and being able to just work as a group and share my ideas better.
My goal is to apply to as many scholarships so that I don't have to pay for college and I can go for free.
To have fun and to participate in school events.
My goal for this year is to learn drum set and jazz band.
I'm band captain, and my goal is to motivate the band and make it to finals and states.
I want to write a lot of stories. I want to practice my writing. I want to be better at science. I want to read a lot of books. I want to be nice. I want to read.
What are your goals this school year?
Ready, set, go! Have a great year!
Well, I think that video is a real testament to just how excited not only we as staff members, but our students are to get ready for another school year. So once again, we are an A-rated school district, and that is no small feat to have 2 years in a row being rated an A-rated school district. So very thankful to everyone for that. 66% of Palm Beach County schools are rated an A or B. 76 schools are rated A. Again, tremendous work by the faculty and staff and all of our students here in the school district of Palm Beach County. We have no F schools in the district, and for the first time in 20 years, there are no D or F schools in the Glades. Again, my hat goes off to that entire team, that entire community, and all of us for such tremendous outcomes for our students. We have a 91.7% graduation rate. Again, extremely proud of that. And we are anticipating an enrollment of 196,000 pre-K through 12th grade students at 179 district-operated schools and 52 charter schools. There are nearly 13,000 teachers that are back at work today preparing their classrooms in the district for the first day of school. Nearly 200 district-operated schools received considerable upgrades and refurbishment over the summer thanks to the penny sales tax. And again, to Ms. Wanda Paul, our Chief Operating Officer, and the entire maintenance and plant operations team for getting us ready. But to get 200 projects done over the summer was, again, a huge feat, and very thankful to that entire team for all of their work. This year, we have a new initiative thanks to a partnership between the Department of Adult Education and Palm Beach State College. This program affords high school students and adult students the opportunity to advance their education and skills through apprenticeships and pre-apprenticeships while reducing the cost of earning certifications. Programs will be offered in both the Glades at West Tech and in Delray Beach at Delray Full Service Center and include programs in high demand such as construction, trades, and medical programs. These hands-on programs strengthen our students' problem-solving, teamwork, and communication skills, while also making them more competitive in the workforce, which is, again, one of our priorities. This is just one example of how we are providing a world-class education and preparing our students for postgraduate success. This remains to be our focus, and we're doing so in a safe and a secure environment. Members of the team will be sharing with you the efforts that are being made at our schools to address the wellness and health of the whole child through newly implemented mental health initiatives. Chief Kitzrow, who will be here shortly to discuss where we are with school security. We have made it our mission to ensure that we're at 100% compliance with school security mandates at both district-operated and charter schools by August 12th for the entire school year. Again, very, very heavy lift. I want to thank Chief Kitzrow and his entire team. I want to thank the board for giving us the resources and the approvals to move forward to secure all schools in the district. To that end, the school board allocated $4 million to assisting charter schools in their security efforts. At this time, again, I am very, very excited to start another school year. A lot of hard work has gone into getting us ready, and a lot of hard work will continue to get us through the year. At this time, I'd like to turn the podium over to Chief Frank Kitzrow, who will speak more specifically about our school security efforts for the ensuing school year. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fenoy, and I'll give you an update real quick, but I just want to say it wouldn't be where we are today without Dr. Fenoy and the support of this school board. This has really been an amazing journey in the last year, so thank you for everything that you do for safety and for us, Dr. Fenoy. So I wanted to start out with just talking a little bit about how we spent the summer this year. So all of our officers within the department have gone through roughly somewhere between 150, 160 hours of training. That's considerably more than you get at any of the local jurisdictions. We hit things like high liability, active shooter, all those types of things, leadership training, policing in the secondary school environment, advanced school-based policing, and a number of other topics as well. One of the other things that's really important is this fall we're getting ready to launch a new computer-aided dispatch records management system that we're going to have online by Friday, and that's changing the dynamics of how we report incidents and also how we track the things that are happening in schools, and so that took a lot of training time as well. I want to thank the district for all the vehicles and the equipment and all the things that we've received over the summer, and we're continuing to do so as the school year starts as well. One of the things that's really important that you're going to see out there is an enhanced or increased visibility at every campus. As Dr. Fenoy said, we will have an armed security person on every campus in this district, including the district schools and charter schools by next Monday. And then included in that is our safety measures that we'll be taking, some of which I can talk about, some of which I can't. But the one big thing you're going to see when we get to football season this year is we are going to be using a system called Easy Texting. And so what that does is when you come to one of our stadiums or facility, you can text to a number and we can provide you with safety information regarding what's happening on that campus or event at the time and those types of things. So that's going to be a big one for us because obviously communication is an important part of safety. As we spent this summer working on prevention and intervention and diversion, safety, security, reunification, emergency response, all those type things. And so as I talk about communication, the one other thing that I want to say that's very, very important, this is a message to all of our students and all of our parents. When it comes to school safety, we are all school safety. Everyone has a role to play. If you see something, say something. I want you to come forward to our police officers. Go to an official on your campus, anyone, local police. You see the things that are happening in the news and around the country with these shootings, and these folks just don't fall out of the sky. They give signals, and one of the things we want to make sure that we're really pushing to our students and parents this year is we all have a stake in this. If you see something out of the ordinary, say something, report it. It's very, very, very important. And to that end, the state has launched a Fortify Florida app, as you already know. may already know. And in that app, it gives us the ability to take reports of suspicious events, activities, anything that people want to report. It comes to us. We monitor it 24 hours a day. As a matter of fact, some of the things are so important, we're out in the middle of the night taking care of these types of things as they come in. It also gives us the ability to work with the state, and the state takes a look at what's happening here and compares it to other school districts around the state as well. Very, very important tool. And so with that, I'd like to see if we can roll the Fortify Florida video up. It's really going to be an important tool for us this year, so we want to really make sure that we get the information out to our students and parents about the Fortify Florida app. So I will conclude my part of this with this message to our community, to whether you have children in the school district or not. Remember now, the kids are out there. We want you to drive safely. The buses are out there. Slow down. Okay, watch out for the children in the buses that are out there, and stay off your phone while you're driving. Let's pay attention to what's happening around us. So thank you very much. And it's going to be my pleasure, as always, to introduce our Chief Operating Officer, who I say moves the city twice a day, Ms. Wanda Paul.
Good morning. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Fenoy and the school board for giving our operations division an opportunity to do this wonderful work over the summer and during the upcoming year. Tremendous effort has been placed on getting the schools ready for the start of school. We have over 3,200 employees that ensure daily that students get to school, students and staff are safe, and our school buildings are conducive to learning, and that our students are fed nutritious meals by our school food service department. We have 700 drivers, over 700 drivers and 200 bus attendants, as well as our mechanics, that make sure the buses are moving down the road to get students to school on time. We have over 300 maintenance and plant operations employees that are checking all of our systems to make sure that they're functioning for the first day of school and throughout the year. In addition to the amount of work that our internal staff does on a routine basis, I want to thank our contractors for working with us to move the work of our facility construction as well as our security changes forward. Most importantly, I want to thank the community of Palm Beach County for passing a penny sales tax, which allows us to do this important work on our facilities. So with that being said, I'd like to show you a short video. I'm particularly proud of the staff and our contractors for being able to put together our temporary campus for Verde Elementary School. It's going to be used for Verde as well as Addison Mizner, and that actually took a Herculean effort to get that together. In addition, I want to thank jointly the maintenance department, our maintenance and plant operations department, as well as our facilities construction department for managing more than 500 projects at 100 schools. And a lot of these projects will be ongoing throughout the school year. And the total budget is a value in excess of $275 million. So that gives you the scope of work that we are doing ongoing work we have in the district. In addition, we have big yellow buses, and they'll be on the road Wednesday and Friday, August 7th and 9th, for mock bus runs. There are about 657 routes this year, and again, we have close to 700 drivers that will be driving our buses. Route information is posted on the district website, Find My Bus, and will be available today. Our transportation call center number is 561-357-11000. Hours of operation are from 6 to 6, Monday through Friday. And this Saturday and Sunday, August 10th and 11th, we will be manning the phones from 8:30 to 2:30 p.m. Another note, I said this last year, please do not hit our big yellow buses. We need every one of those buses. With the penny sales tax, we've been able to buy 238 new buses. In addition, we plan on purchasing 80 more buses this year. And 2 of our new buses are outside for your tour to give you an opportunity to see, how our students are on the buses. And just really proud of what our community has been able to do for our students. Without further ado, I want to pass the mic to Allison Monbleu, our Director of Food Service, and she'll tell you about food. Thank you.
Thank you, Wanda. So our managers are back today and our staff is back tomorrow, and we are so very thankful because we literally get to provide food for thought. So a little bit about the summer program. Kids go on vacation, but unfortunately hunger does not take a vacation. So we're out there during the summer at about 140 sites. We were offering summer food service, and we provided 783,000 meals to children during the summer. So rolling into this year for breakfast. Breakfast is again free to all students district-wide. So just come on in, join us for breakfast. We have a great breakfast for you. We'll be expanding our breakfast program a little bit with some breakfast carts in some of the schools. So if kids go in or parents go in and see in some of the schools, they'll see a little grab-and-go cart where kids can come up and get their meal there instead of going into the cafeteria. So for lunch, we have meal benefits. You can apply online for meal benefits. You might be able to qualify for free meal benefits. Reduced meal benefits are 40 cents for lunch. Also, our paid meal price is $2.05 at elementary schools and $2.30 at middle and high schools. We have a 4-week menu cycle, which we try to keep a variety of meals in our menu. And every day, elementary school kids get 3 meal choices for entrees. And in middle and high schools, we have about 6 or 7 entree choices every day. All lunches offer the choice of an entree with some fruits and vegetables and a milk. And just a fun fact, last year we purchased 1,459,000 pounds of apples. If we had an apple orchard, we would need at least 1,780 apple trees to meet our needs. We do also work with local farmers to bring fresh produce in right from the fields into the schools. That happens about every once a week at least. We have fresh produce from our farmers. We also have registered dietitians and a chef on staff that are creating new menu items all the time. Rolling into this year, we have a new crispy chicken salad, a mandarin salad, falafel. We have a chicken parm sandwich and sub club, to just name a few of the items. Our supper program, we began that back in our 2015 school year. We had 50,000 meals served in our sites at that point. We've expanded to 74 programs last year where we served 975,000 suppers district-wide. We're going to continue to expand that this year. Our high school reengineering program, our 7th school, high school reengineering, is opening up at Seminole Ridge on the first day of school. This program transforms the standard cafeteria to uniquely branded restaurants. Students can choose from over 26 entrees every single day that stay standard. They go into lines either Asian Experience, Cafe Soleimar, Gourmet Deli, Beyond Burgers, and Fresh and Fast. Also, for the staff, for press, if you'd be welcome to join us on Thursday, August 8th. We're having a test tasting with some kids at Pierce Hammock Elementary. They're going to be able to try some of our new menu items and give us some feedback. So thank you very much. And now Ed Tierney, Chief of Staff, will come up and introduce our next speaker.
I'd like to introduce Mr. Keith Oswald, Deputy Superintendent, Chief of Schools.
Thank you, Mr. Tierney. And good morning, everyone. Listening to Allison, I don't know about you all, but I'm getting a little hungry here as we get close to lunch. But on a more serious note, I want to talk first about mental behavioral health support services. Thanks to the referendum that passed last school year, we're able to offer a lot of resources to our community when it comes to behavioral and mental health. So what's new? So first, when it comes to this topic, every single school will have a new position called a school-based mental health provider. So these are going to be at every single school campus. These individuals, you heard Chief Kitzrow talk earlier about getting on the front end, the intervention, the prevention side of support. So this is a new position at every school that will work closely with our school counselors as well as our school psychologists. Now, we also hire additional 40 school psychologists. Now, on top of that, now picture all these resources in every school. We also have what we call co-located services. These are school-based mental health providers through an agency partner. And this is all thanks to, again, the referendum dollars as well as the Stoneman Douglas dollars that we received. In 100 of our campuses will have these co-located services. So agencies such as Center for Child Counseling, DATA, the Falk Center, Parent-Child Center, Ruth and Norman Rails Jewish Family Services, Multilingual Psychotherapy, and Center for Trauma. We also have additional agencies that are in process of being able to provide these resources on our campuses. Again, so parents, if you have any kids who are experiencing challenges, behavioral or mentally, to, again, reach out to these support services on our campuses. In addition, starting this week, all of our teachers will be provided training in mental and behavioral health support. Up to this date, throughout our entire district, we've trained over 3,500 individuals in youth mental health first aid. That's a 6-hour course where it talks about the awareness of mental health and what to do around and support individuals around mental health issues. In addition, new this year, all of students in grades 6th to 12th grade will receive 5 hours of mental health training, and this will be in areas such as suicide prevention, impacts of substance abuse, depression, recognition of signs of mental illness, and coping mechanisms. So these are additional resources that are out there for our campuses. And one area that parents may not be thinking about to pay attention to, but I have to tell you all, it's an epidemic happening in our community when it comes to the electronic nicotine device systems. You all know it as vapes. We've seen a 50% increase last school year alone in tobacco usage. Now, parents need to pay particular attention to what their kids are doing. These devices do have nicotine. They're highly addictive. So parents should pay attention. These can hide right in plain sight, in highlighters, and flash drives. So parents, please pay particular attention. If you see an issue, reach out to all of these resources that are on our school campuses for behavioral and mental health support. We feel that in our community here, we're going to be a leader when it comes to these type of support and services. Also, as you get ready for the start of school, immunizations and physicals is a priority. If you're not sure about what your child needs for a new grade, please go to our district homepage under the parent link, and you will find all of the requirements for immunizations that are required for this upcoming school year. Also, talking about some new choice programs. Choice programs is what makes this a wonderful school district. We have a couple of new programs starting this year. Over at Lake Worth High School, we have, in partnership with Junior Achievement, 3DE Business Management and Analysts. Also, our cybersecurity, extremely popular. We're adding at Palm Beach Central and Wellington High School, a STEM elementary program at Elbridge Gale, dual language at Forest Hill High School, and environmental science at D.D. Eisenhower. Also, kindergarten through 8th grade students will also see some new math materials this year, and at the elementary, as well as a new electronic adaptive technology called Success Maker. You see these wonderful flat panels up here? These are now currently in almost 3,000 classrooms throughout our community. Again, this is thanks to the penny sales tax. We've trained over 3,500 teachers on how to use these in their classrooms. And you probably don't realize, but in Palm Beach County, we lead the world in the number of Google certified educators with over 1,600, as well as numerous Google certified trainers. So just amazing. Also, on top of all of these great flat panels, because of this, the penny sales tax, we have the projectors, over 3,200 projectors updated in our classrooms, close to 4,000 document cameras being used in our schools, and close to 4,000 microphones for audio enhancement have been updated in our classrooms. So at this time, just to give an update about hiring and where we are with that, I'm going to invite Dr. Gonzalo LaCava, Chief of Human Resources.
Good morning. I know this is a very exciting time. Everybody keeps talking about it at the Wellington soccer fields, all the way down to Jupiter and Boca. I know my kids are excited to go back. My son told me that he's extremely excited because this is his last year in elementary school. But I think the person that's most excited is my wife. She told me as soon as they go back, she's going on vacation. She's had enough. But in all seriousness, I have to tell you, our number one goal in HR is to hire talented teachers and put them in front of every single child. And I have to tell you, my group in HR has done a stupendous job because they've traveled up the East Coast. They've traveled everywhere in the state of Florida, and because of that, we have one of the lowest vacancy rates in the history of Palm Beach. So just to give you a couple of facts, we have about 166 vacancies, but we've hired about 1,000 teachers in just a couple of months, but a couple of months now. Also, our vacancy rate's 1.27, and we always strive to ensure that we keep that under 2.0. So they've done a lot of great work. Just to give you a little bit more fact, a couple of more facts, our highest subject areas that we're in need of is special education, elementary education, and also English education. So we're going to continue to look for those type of teachers, but also to do a little commercial here in front of you. If you're interested in teaching, you've retired, you step back because of parenting or whatever, we're always opening to bring you back. We'll help you through the process, but we are in need of teachers all the time. Also, we've done a great job working with operations and closing the amount of vacancies we have for bus drivers as well. So with that, we will continue to monitor our vacancy rate. I know we have some schools that have 3 or more vacancies out there, so we continue to monitor them and continue to support them. With that, that's all I have for you right now, and thank you very much. And with that, I'm going to introduce Ed Tierney back to the podium.
Our communications department has put back-to-school information on our website, palmbeachschools.org, so parents or community members looking for information regarding back-to-school events, please go to palmbeachschools.org. Parents, it is critically important that we can contact you should the need arise, so please ensure your children's schools have your updated contact information. For the media in your packet, you have first day of school reminders, you have a fact sheet with this year's facts and statistics, you have a run-a-show for the first day of school for both Dr. Fenoy and for Mr. Oswald. In front of the building are some new police cars and a new bus paid for by Penny at Work funds, and the video you saw earlier on the Fortify app is available to you should you wish. At this point, are there any questions for any of the presenters?
Yeah, I had a question. It's just about the mental health initiatives that you guys have. So you have if a student is found to have mental health issues, and we look in the Parkland case, the schools were involved, they were checking him every day, but in some cases, parents weren't notified. What are the next steps beyond identifying a student with mental health issues? How do you get that child help and make sure he's not a threat to the community? Do you then link up with the police?
Sure.
Where does it go from there?
Sure. We'll ask Mr. Oswald to come up and answer that question.
That's a great question. So depending on the situation where it comes from, so let's say a student does make a threat and it comes through school police. School police works very closely with the school police officer on a school campus to let them know, who will then in turn work with the school administration at that school. At that time, they'll have what's called a threat assessment team meeting, where they'll sit down and talk about that particular issue and what the next steps are to make sure that that student gets the resources and supports that they need. Now, on the other hand, if there's a situation where a student is having a hard time in school, or a parent wants to make a referral, a teacher wants to make a referral, anyone can make a referral for a student who's experiencing some challenges. So it's a great topic. And now, what I talked about earlier, we have a behavioral health professional, we have a school counselor, we have school psychologists, we have our co-located services. We have a comprehensive team on every school campus to make sure that that child is getting the support that they need.
So once the threat assessment team is involved, and if this child is identified to be a threat, do you then check with the parents to see if they have guns in the house, if the child can get access to guns?
If it's a serious threat that we need to, school police will follow their normal protocol to check a home if needed. They'll go through their process if it meets the level of a criminal type of threat. They will definitely follow up in detail, and we've done that and have been doing it for forever. So that will continue to be in process. Now, on the other side of that will be how do we provide the support for the student and make sure that they get their help that they need, and those are the resources that we described. But yes, school police would follow up on that. Okay.
Any other questions for any other presenters?
For Chief Kitsero, texting program, if the incident last year at Palm Beach Central kind of
Sure.
led itself to developing.
Sure. Chief Kitsera.
So the question about easy texting, it's a very simple process. Every site will have its own specific texting code that you text to, and then the messages that go out for that particular area will be generic to wherever you are. You have to remember that we have a significant number of schools and venues, and so we want to make sure that we get the most accurate information out to those people within the venue as quickly as possible. But there'll be signs that will instruct people how to text, where to text to, and then you'll start receiving the information.
With the incident at Palm Beach Central, oh, thank you. Did that kind of spur the need to do something else to reach people?
Well, I would say that definitely highlighted the importance of it, but our approach to school safety is very comprehensive, in terms of what you've heard me say before: prevention, intervention, diversion, emergency response, and a number of other things. And one of the key pieces to making all that successful is communication. Communication amongst the team, communication with the community, the parents, the students. And so it really comes down to being able to provide opportunities for that communication to occur at exceptional levels.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for coming. We sincerely appreciate your support.